Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through all the kills and deaths from Camp Cretaceous Season 1 to Season 4. Now before I start the video, I'm going to give you guys a spoiler warning because this video is going to have lots of spoilers. So if you haven't watched a single season of Camp Cretaceous, I say avoid this video until you watch the complete series. Or if you're a pretty chill guy and don't really care about spoilers, you're only here for the death counts, that's cool as well. So without any more talking, let's get on to the video. So our first death of season 1 is this Brachiosaurus.
Hello there.
Which gets killed by the Indominus. Well, of course it does. The next death is this guy in the red suit who also gets killed by the Indominus. And yes, only the guy in the red suit. The guy in the black suit didn't die. Okay? The third death is the death of Darius' father, which we don't really see, but we know he is dead because Darius has said it a few times. The next few deaths are all movie deaths. These are all the SEU members who got killed by the Indominus in the movie. The next death is the death of the Ankylosaur, which also got killed in the movie, and it also got killed by the Indominus Rex. The next death is the death of Eddie, the birthday weirdo, who abandoned the campers in the lab. The next death is the death of Simon Masrani, which is another movie death, and he died because, well, kinda because of the Indominus, and also because a pteranodon flew into his helicopter and he crashed it on the aviary. So the final death of season 1 is this pteranodon, which gets hit by the tree you can see right here. Now, if it died or not, I actually don't know, but for this video's sake, I'm just gonna assume it did die. Well then, that's the end of season 1. Now let's move on to season 2. So now we're on to season 2. And the first death of season 2 is the death of this Parasaurolophus, which gets killed by Rexy. The next death is the death of the Indominus, which we don't really see, but we know it died because we saw it get eaten by the Mosasaurus in the movie. And because I also included all the other movie deaths, I had to include this one as well. The next death is the Sinoceratops that got killed by Mitch and Tiff and then had its head cut off. The next death is one of the saddest deaths in the entire show. It's the death of Hap, who sacrificed himself to save Brooklyn and Kenji. He will always be remembered. And the next death is the saddest death in the entire series. Yes, this is the saddest death. It's the death of Grim, the Baryonyx, who gets shot by Tiff, and the final two deaths are both the hunters. Mitch got eaten by Rexy, and Tiff got killed by Chaos and Limbo. So, wait, is it? Yeah, it's Chaos and that's Limbo. Yep. Why? Because they wanted revenge for their brother or sister.
Don't look at me. I don't know either.
Anyway, they wanted revenge for their brother or sister's death, so they tracked Tiff up to the boat and then killed her. Personally, one of the satisfying deaths in the whole series. Well, anyway, that's the final death for season 2. Now let's move on to season 3. And oh boy, that's gonna be a long one. So I'm gonna take a quick water break and then we're gonna go on to season 3. So now we're on to season 3, and 90% of the kills in this season are from the Scorpius Rex, undoubtedly. So the first death of this season is the death of a Ceratosaurus that got ambushed by the Scorpius Rex. The next two deaths are the Ouranosauruses, which also got killed by the Scorpius Rex. And yes, two. Both of them died to the Scorpius Rex. Yeah, someone pointed out in the last video that we can see the second Ouranosaurus in the fog. Is just a bit hard to spot. It's right here. See? There it is. The next death is the death of a Compy which got killed by Blue. And the next one is by the Scorpius Rex again. This time it's a Gallimimus. The next one is a Brachiosaurus which also gets killed by the Scorpius Rex.
Bruh.
Don't ask me how. It just did. The next two deaths are Parasaurolophuses which got killed by the Scorpius Rex. The The next one is another Parasaurolophus. And then about 3 to 4 bioluminescent Parasaurolophuses, which also got killed by the Scorpius Rex. This thing has something against paras, I tell you. And the next two deaths are both the Scorpius Rexes, which got flattened by the visitor center. The next death is this guy, who gets eaten by the T-Rex as soon as he lands on the island. Poor guy. The next death is this pilot, who I'm gonna assume did die, even though we don't see her body when the helicopter crashed. But we can assume she died because the island is filled with lots of carnivorous dinosaurs. So yeah, there's literally no chance she is still alive. And even she was, we should have seen her in season 4. So that just confirms that she is dead. The next death is another movie death, which is the only one in this season somehow. Is the death of the guy who got eaten by the Mosasaurus in Fallen Kingdom. The next one is this guy. Hold on, gotta get my pen. You see, this guy who gets eaten by Chaos and Limbo. Can't remember his name, but if I do, I'll probably put it up on screen during editing. And the final death of this season is the death of this guy, whose name I also can't remember apparently. But that's the final death for season 3, and now let's move on to season 4. So now we're on to season 4. Sadly, haven't made the logo yet, but no worries. Gonna add that while I'm editing. So the first death of this season is the death of a shark that gets eaten by the Mosasaurus. Oh wait, you can't probably see it because it's mixing with the ocean color. Hold up. There. You see, there's the fin. Okay then. The next death is the death of the Compy that got killed by one of the brands. And then the final death is the death of the Smilodon, which gets eaten by the Spinosaurus. Also, I have seen many people getting upset over this scene. Personally, I don't really mind.
You what?
That's because, I don't know, it just doesn't make me that upset. But anyway guys, that's the end of the...
A few moments later.
Also, a little bonus death is this fish, which gets eaten by Rebel, I think. Yeah, this is Rebel, right? Rebel is the dark blue one, whereas Angel is a bit white, I think. But anyways, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the like button. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, what are you doing? Just click the subscribe button. And if you want to support me a little bit extra, you could consider becoming a Patreon via patreon.com from a minimum of $1 a month. And also you could join my Discord server if you want, from the link down in the description if you want to. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Goodbye.